Hello, Manoj sir, and hello, Renzel sir. Welcome to the Quint. Dial M trailer looks amazing, and it's really, really gripping. And I think thrillers are like a very rewarding genre for the audience if they are done well. So, what do you think is the one essential ingredient that makes a good thriller really tick with the audience?
I actually think that at least this is what I do. When I assess an idea which is going to be a thriller, I just don't look for twists and turns. So I like to do emotional thrillers because the twist and turn should have a emotional impact on the character within the script and hence on the audience. Otherwise, what happens is you start chasing twists and turns, and beyond a point, audiences lose interest. So it's a function of two things. You have to have a twist, but there should be an emotional repercussion to that, and that's very hard to do. Emotional thrillers are quite hard to do, which is why we fail so many times. The center of the thriller has to be have an emotional hook only, then can it be successful.
So again, the cast of Dial 100 is terrific, and you have these two powerhouses with Manoj sir and Neena ma'am, and of course there's the brilliant Sakshi Talwar also. But and that has all that already creates a certain kind of intrigue. So how do you go about casting as a filmmaker, and do you think that getting your cast right is already half the battle won?
Yeah, it's more than half the battle won. Especially in a film like Dial 100, which happens on one night, where
So
the demands on the cast are not just performance, but like I was saying in a previous interview, it is about keeping your emotional continuity. So people with a theater background, people who are really honing their craft, can give it to you, can give you that performance. It's not everyone can. A film like this looks very deceptively simple on paper, but when you start executing it, and especially when you start sitting in the edit room and you have all your rushes, you know exactly how close you were to going wrong. And if you don't have a great cast, you will go wrong. There's no doubt about it.
right. And how was casting for this film
So
like?
our casting, to answer that one, it's a simple process for me. I never write with an actor in mind. When I finish, I think about the cast and send it out. I was very lucky, and Manoj said yes. I was very lucky. Sakshi came on board, and Neena ji. I really think when I was talking to Sid recently, we were just lucky that all these people were free and B loved the script enough to come on board so far. So there was no great rocket science in it. I write a script and I send it out and hope for the best.
Manoj, sir, from the trailer, seems like most part of the film is just like a telephonic I mean, of course, a lot more than that, but it has a lot of telephonic conversations. So, how difficult is it to navigate through that and sort of act when you know that there's nobody else on the other line?
Oh, it's a tough one. It's quite a tough one, and that too if you have a script like Dial 100, as Renzil was just talking about, that the emotional graph, emotional continuity of the performance was very much needed in this. But to achieve all that, you have to achieve everything that he was talking about on the phone. No, and and make it very real. And make people believe that you are actually listening to everything that you are hearing from the other side, and that voice is doing something to you without uh, you know uh, trying to act. You just try to be in the situation and respond to what you are hearing. It was something. It was not an easy thing, and keep the continuity of it in your mind, because you know what the directors or the unit does. They shoot the first number one scene last, and the and the 30th scene first, and then you have to remember everything, so what you have done in the first scene, what you have done in the 20th scene, what you have done in the 25th scene, where you have left the scene, and how you are going to catch the scene. These are this is uh, a very, very difficult thing for an actor. And if you're really interested, I am very much interested in keeping the emotional consistency, emotional graph of the character in place, so that it doesn't even look even a little bit of a jerk in terms of the graph, in terms of the flow. So, as you're saying, what you were asking me was the most difficult thing when it came to performing this one.
And so your filmography is really diverse and one of the most diverse and impressive ones. And but you have then also done a lot of these cop dramas and spy fictions, which everybody has loved you in. So when you're selecting these roles, what are you looking for, and how do you make these roles that have a similar kind of tonality look so different? And
I don't play the job. I don't play the uniform. You have to get it. I am looking for the person who is wearing the uniform. And my focus is on the person and on the character than the uniform. Definitely, I'm going to write the backstory of the person, which will not, which will only be focused on where he was born and how he was raised and what all happened to him before coming into the script. So the uniform is the job that he's doing. Yes, it has its the environment of the job is different from say what it was in Shul or what it was in some other films. But uh, police, just because he's wearing a uniform, is going to be the similar guy. It doesn't happen that way. The person is very different. This person is having this one night of his life where he has to prove so many things about himself, and he's challenged by a woman on top of that, and he has to either he proves himself right or life is going to snatch away too many things from him. So there's too much at stake for him in this night. Someone who's a middle class comes from a middle class family, has middle class aspirations, but also very reluctant, quite careless with his family, doesn't care what his son is doing, how his wife is managing things. So he's ignorant and reluctant about these things. But this one night, he is really challenged. He's really questioned, and questioned by a woman who has all her reasons on her side to ask some really difficult question from this guy.
although you have always done projects and stories that are different, different from the mainstream or commercial sort of path, but has OTT still allowed you to experiment as an actor even better? And even Renan, so that given that this is not a theatrical release and on an OTT platform, how different has it made things for the film?
Manoj?
This is for Renjil. Yeah.
I think OTT, well, at that point of time when we made the film, I must say we didn't know, whether we get a theatrical or an OTT. But
So-
that being said, I think OTT has, like I always say, it liberates you. It liberates you to tell stories that normally we don't tell. And I think one of the big things I think that is happening is we are growing up as an industry. We are growing up in the stories we tell. We are growing up in finding new talent, and we are giving existing talent wings. They are actually like Neena ji. Manoj, to everyone knows, look at Neena ji. About even 4 or 5 years ago, I don't think this kind of a role would have been offered to a senior actor, a lady of so it's a great time. OTT really has given all of us time to, and the pandemic, I think, has given us cause to think and consider what stories we want to tell, what projects we want to be. It's an exciting time.
So was this originally planned as a theatrical release?
We didn't know at that time. We were thinking we'd get into theaters, but it didn't happen that way. So yeah, you could say that.
And Manoj, coming back to the OTT question, although you've done so many projects on OTT, has it sort of allowed you to experiment more or express more as an actor?
I mean, yes. I mean, OTT is very quite a level playing field. It's so democratic, so liberating. You can go ahead and write things quite widely. Whatever you can think of, you just go ahead and write it. It's never about abuses. It's never about the intimate scenes. I'm talking about, all kind of stories, all kind of characters that you can think and, put it down on the paper, and bounce it off to the actors, or the cameraman, or all the creative people, or the platforms, and they're open about anything and everything. It just has to be engaging, and it just has to be in entertaining. That's all. For actors, it's as Renzel said, so correctly, that we could not think of these roles and these films and these projects while theaters were open, and or OTT wasn't there. Theaters, but the cinema could not consume these stories. You could not consume so many great talents in the past. The cinema in our country completely wasted all those talents and so many great stories. And the last thing they needed was this story in their own format, and their formula. But now OTT is giving so much opportunity to those storytellers, the actors, the editors, the cameramen. It's so overwhelming. I can't even begin to tell you. Just imagine a film like Bhosle, when it came on Sony Live. It kind of created so much of curiosity among the viewers. Everyone just went ahead and checked it out. After I got national award for Bhosle, again, people who haven't seen it, they went into Sony Live platform, and they experienced the film. Do you think it would have been possible had the Bhosle been trying for theater release? No. We would have gotten one show early in the morning, or one show somewhere far away in some theater, and completely ignored and thrown away. And we would have been dealt so shabbily by the distributors and the exhibitors, or the and everybody else. So this is the time. This is a great time to be working in. This is a great time to be making some really great cinema.
One quick last question before we part. So since this looks like such a promising thriller, could you give us quick recommendations for 3 of your favorite thrillers?
Mine is Gone Girl, Psycho by Hitchcock, and which one? I know there is a film made by Spielberg long time back. I think it was his first film, Renzel. What was the name of it? Duel. Yeah, these are the three films which are my complete favorite.
Renzel, sir?
I like Silence of the Lambs. The new show Mindhunters.
Yeah.
And there's a very old thriller by Hitchcock called Notorious. I always love that thriller.
Thank you so much for taking the time out, and all the best for the film.
Thank you.